Welcome, everyone. This is Krishna Stone, your voice of goddess for the evening. Please head to your seats. The cabaret will start momentarily. Thank you. and welcome to the 2023 GMHC Cabaret and Howard Ashman Award honoring André De Shields. Now, please welcome to the stage, from the recent Broadway revival of Death of a Salesman, Grace Porter.
Along on Harlem Way that tells you when a party is 10 times more than gay. To say that things are jumping leaves not a single doubt that everything is in full swing when you hear somebody shout, here it is, this joint is jumping, it's really jumping. Come in cats and check your hats, I mean the joint is jumping, the piano's thumping. Check your weapons at the door, make sure you pay your quarter. Burn your leather on the floor, ask anybody's daughter. The roof is rocking, the neighbors knocking. We're all bums, but when the wagon comes, I mean this joint is jumping. Woo! How's everybody doing tonight? We good? Well, I am doing good too, because we are honoring the legendary, fabulous André De Shields. Are y'all ready to have a good time? Are y'all ready to have a good time? That's what I like to hear. Come on. Woo! You better play that bass. Let's give it up for Joe on the bass, and let's hear it for the rest of the band. Kyle on the keys, and Elena on the drums. This joint is jumping, it's really jumping. We're all folks, so grab your coats. I mean, this joint is jumping. No time for talking, it's time for walking. I got bail if we go to jail. I mean, the joint is jumping. Get your pig feet, beer and gin. There's plenty in the kitchen. Who is that just came in? Ooh, look at the way he is switching. Hey, boo! No time for hour, 'cause I'm in power. We're all bums, but when the wagon comes, I mean this joint is jumping. This joint is jumping. Woo! It's really jumping. I got bail if we go to jail. I mean this joint is jumping. I said this joint is jumping. Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, Grace, and what an incredible band. Kyle Branzel, our music director. Elena Bonomo on drums. And Joe Wallace on bass. And coming to the stage now is the chair of GMHC's Board of Directors, John Mello.
Hi, thank you for all coming. Can you hear me? No, now it's good. This event is amazing because it's full of the greatest performers on Broadway, and then I get to come up here and be totally boring and tell you some facts about GMHC. So I hope you'll indulge me for a few minutes. Being the chair of the GMHC board is really the honor of my life. I know how important our life-saving services are. As a person living with HIV, I know that it's possible to be happy and healthy. but it takes access. It takes access to healthcare, food, medication, stable housing, good jobs. And most new clients come to us without any of that. We address a broad number of issues because we know health and happiness aren't just about one thing. We know that intersecting crises impact our communities and demand intersectional responses, so we provide housing, food, legal support, healthcare, substance abuse counseling, mental health support, connection to other services, connection to medical care, all the things that you need to lead a happy, healthy life that everyone deserves. The clients we served in 2022 continue to represent New York City's poorest and most vulnerable residents. Over 73% lived under the federal poverty line, and they also, unfortunately, represent the populations most at risk for new HIV infection. They are majority people of color. Nearly 40% of clients were age 50 and older. And this past year, we also helped our community face the Mpox, aka monkeypox outbreak, that also disproportionately impacted already marginalized communities. And we helped spread awareness about it and linkage to important vaccination. And of course, we continue to deal with the COVID pandemic too. Ultimately, we want people we serve to, I'm gonna start that sentence over. Right? Ultimately, we want the people that we serve to thrive, not just live. So we fight for them. We fight for them to do it in a world free of stigma and discrimination. And as somebody with HIV who just told you that I'm HIV positive, I understand what stigma's about. Like, I'm a person with a lot of access to things. I'm a person who leads an organization dedicated to this, and I'm still nervous in some ways to talk about my HIV status in front of a group like this. Imagine what that's like for somebody who isn't in my position. We need to stop that. We have... I think we have a moral obligation to help people with HIV and people who are facing other health issues. And we have an epidemiological obligation to do it too, because when we get people virally suppressed, we also stop transmission of HIV, and therefore we end AIDS. So that's why your generosity is so important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've already donated. If you have capacity to donate more, please do so. We will put it to good use, I swear. Mr. De Shields, wherever you are, I am honored to have met you. Thank you. I am honored to have met you and to be doing this. As you can see, I'm nervous to be up here in front of you, but I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you all, and on with the show.
Thank you, John. Now on with the show. You know them as Crystal, Ronette, and Chiffon from the incredible revival of the award-winning musical by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken, Little Shop of Horrors. Yes, please welcome Tequila Unique Whitley, Khadija Sankoh, and Tiffany Renee Thompson.
Little shop of horrors, little shop in terror, call a cop. Little shop of horrors, no, no. Where did the girls go? Where are they now? I'm gonna find them some way, somehow. Was it really so long ago? Did it really disappear? Is it gone? I feel it rolling on and on. I wanna know. Won't somebody say, how could it be a part of yesterday? How could the magic disappear and be gone? With Crystal, Ronette, and Chiffon. The music and it sounds so great. Could it be that I was born too late? 'Cause I can feel it all around. It's like I'm living in a wall of sound.
Excited to introduce our next special guest. Please welcome Tony, Emmy, and Grammy Award-winning composer of hit musicals including Hairspray, Catch Me If You Can, and Some Like It Hot, Marc Shaiman.
See me if Andre, I think we'll be all right. I was going to make him mount the stage so I could sing right to him. I would love to look into your face. I don't know if it's anticlimactic for you to come on up here, but I don't get to see you much except for at these endless tributes to you. Andre and I go way, way back. I will tell you that I was 15, still living in New Jersey, and I would steal money from my father's wallet to go see Broadway shows. And I saw Andre in The Wiz just a few days after your opening night. Andre, you were good. You were very good.
Not bad for an old black man.
Then I moved to New York, and we first worked together way back in 1977 with Bette Midler and the Harlettes. I remember sitting at the piano, still a mere wisp of a boy, only 17, and then you entered the room like a magnificent beam of light. And I, like everyone else, I was like a moth to the flame. It's been my pleasure to have been burning ever since. We've been through many, many years. Yes. And I'll think of Chico always. Now I'm going to sing a song that you made a big hit and ain't misbehaving, but I'm going to do the Judy Garland arrangement. Andre's being honored, but that's not so unique. Seems he gets a trophy at least 3 times a week. The Hall of Fame now bears your name, a Tony and Grammy too. I'm just bereft, there's nothing left for me to bestow on you. So I can't give you anything but love, Andre. That's the one thing that I've plenty of Andre. When we first met at work with Bet, I was still a teen. But truth be told, I'm glad we're old for how we filled those years between. Yes, it's been decades since that fateful start. Andre, I love how you've been lauded for your art, Andre. There, I've no trophy, but you've won my heart, Andre. There's no medal I can bring, only just this song I sing. I can't give you anything but love.
Thank you, Marc Shaiman.
You're welcome.
Thank you for singing to our beloved honoree. Our next performer has been a special part of GMHC's Cabaret and Howard Ashman Award since it debuted 10 years ago. Please welcome, from the Tony Award-winning MJ the Musical, John Edwards.
Hey, cats. It's 4 o'clock in the morning up here in Harlem. Yeah. Everybody's here but the police. And they'll be here any minute. It's high time. Y'all don't mind if we light up a little bit? Ooh. I dreamed about a river 5 feet long, a might immense but not too strong. You're behind, but not for long. If you're a viper, I'm the king of everything. I've got to get high before I swing. Let the bells ring, ding dong ding. If you're a viper, you know you're high when your throat gets dry and you start sounding like Macy Gray and everything is all fine and dandy. Yeah, you go on down to the candy store, bust your conch. Peppermint candy. Then you know your brown body is said. You don't give a damn if you don't pay your rent. For the sky is high, and so am I. If you're a viper. Oh, y'all caught on quick, huh? How's everybody feeling tonight? I feel so effervescent. Woo, all right. Hey, mama. Mama! One never knows, do one. I dreamed about a reefer 5 feet long, a might immense, but not too strong. You're behind, but not for long. Everybody, if you're a viper, let's take it on, baby. If you're a viper.
In 2021, I had the honor of singing backup for his Cabaret, Black by Popular Demand, a musical meditation on how not to be eaten by the Sphinx. After working together in Hadestown, I knew I had to leap at any and every invitation to collaborate with the writer, director, award-winning actor, sage, shaman, teacher, activist, brother, uncle, grandpa, confidant, and friend, André De Shields. André, it is no surprise that GMHC would honor you for your extensive body of work, your advocacy, your championing of people who are living with or affected by HIV and AIDS. You are worthy of this honor because of who you are and how you walk through life. You lead with deliberate love and endless generosity. You demand excellence and joy from us because you know we are capable of it. With deep wisdom, a truthful tongue, and a compassionate heart, you challenge us to live our lives fully and without fear. You have shown us all by example how to allow the universe to conspire with us towards greatness. To the baddest brother in every room you glide into, thank you, André, for lighting up our eyes and our lives. Congratulations.
We thank Kimberly Marable from the Tony and Grammy award-winning musical Hadestown for sending her love to Mr. De Shields. Now please welcome singer and songwriter Crystal Monet-Hall.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
There you see her sitting there across the way. She ain't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possible she wants you to. There's one way to ask her. She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until you kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy, ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, ain't that sad? Ain't it a shame? Too bad he gonna miss the girl. Oh, 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 oh. See now I wanna hold you. Now I wanna hold you. Hold me close. I don't ever wanna let you go. See now I want to hold you. I wanna hold you tight. You see, I don't wanna live the lonely life. See now's my moment, floating in the blue lagoon. Guess I better do it soon. See, no time will be better. She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until I kiss that girl. Hey, sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. I got the mood prepared. I'm gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, I can't stop now. Don't wanna hide it. How I wanna kiss the girl. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Say, now I wanna hold you. Oh, now I wanna hold you. I wanna hold you close. See, I don't never ever wanna let you go. Now I just wanna hold you. Suddenly the sun is bright and warm. Suddenly I'm holding you, holding you, holding you in my lonely arms. See, now's my moment, floating in the blue lagoon. Yeah, guess I better do it soon. No time will be better. She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until I kiss that girl. Hey, sha-la-la-la-la-la, float along and listen to the song. The song said, kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, the music played. Do what the music say. You got to kiss the girl. Ooh, kiss the girl. You know you wanna kiss the girl. All you wanna do is kiss the girl. Don't miss your chance, you gotta kiss the girl. Now's your moment, pull her close, kiss the girl. Make sure you don't miss the girl. Come on and pucker up and kiss the girl. Yeah, yeah, kiss the girl. You know you want to kiss the girl. Ooh. I'm gonna kiss the girl.
Thank you, Crystal, for that fierce mashup which you designed and arranged. of Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid and All I've Ever Known from Hadestown, bringing the worlds of Howard Ashman and André De Shields together. And just like that, let's welcome from the hit TV series on HBO Max, Julie Halston.
I wasn't going to be able to get up after Crystal. I really don't know if I can do this. Well, I have a couple of things to say before I do whatever I'm doing. First of all, I'd like to thank GMHC. No, I really do have a story to tell. Many years ago, I had a friend who was dying of AIDS, and his family disowned him, shunned him, wouldn't take care of him. It was a nightmare. And GMHC did help, and it was so important that they were there. And I remember being really frightened. We didn't know what to do. It was the earlier days. And I remember my dear late mom saying to me, if you don't help your friend through this, you will regret it for the rest of your life. You better get in there and do it. So 5 of us took care of him and GMHC. And thank you, GMHC. And it really was a lesson learned. And the other is I'm so happy to be honoring André, who is not only a superior talent, but a superior human. And someone, there's not many people who are really infused with the divine spark, but André certainly is one of them. Now, if we're going to get a little spiritual, I would like to talk a little bit about the Bible, and I brought it with me. This is the Bible. Joan Crawford's My Way of Life. Now, a lot of people, have a lot to say these days. There's a podcast for everything, isn't there? Between, Meghan Markle and Paula Poundstone, and I don't know, there's just a podcast for everything. Everyone's involved with, telling you how to be married, or your children, or wellness and self-care. Those are my 2 least favorite words. Self-care. But, the fact is, Joan, in the 1960s, My Way of Life, she knew all the stories, and she had good advice, inspired guidance for all of us about so many things. And I have to tell you, I go to this every day. I read the Bible every day. I mean, just from the mundane, about working women, to self-care, to a diet and exercise, to children rearing. She has something to say, and also about career. So I thought I'd just share a few words of wisdoms from the Bible. Some working women do pay someone to help with the housework. And why shouldn't they? If they dread the thought of scrubbing the kitchen floor after a day in the office. I personally, though, feel a great sense of accomplishment when I get down on my own hands and knees and scrub my own floor. When I've spent months without doing a motion picture or a TV show and spend all my time at my desk, I have a lot of surplus energy to use up. Scrubbing for me is the greatest exercise in the world. I just scrub and scrub. It gives me rosy cheeks, and I just have a ball. You see? Now, I know there's been much written about and much talked about, you know, Joan Crawford as a mother. You know, we all know about it, but you know, I thought I'd go to the source. And I thought, you know, I think maybe she's getting a bad rap. So here are her words of wisdom about raising children. I think I was a good mother. Of course, every woman tries to be a good mother and then wonders if, after all her best efforts, her children will wind up on a head shrinker's couch complaining about bad treatment. I was strict about some things when it was necessary, but I balanced it. With tenderness, love, and plenty of time, the children were brought to me onto the set. And all my spare moments were spent with them. Between every picture, we would hit the road in the station wagon, the 5 of us and a medium-sized poodle. The twins rode in little homemade cribs that were tied on so that they would rock when I drove, as if they were in cradles. Christopher rode in the back and Christina in the front with me. When feeding time came, I'd say, "We're on the highway and I can't stop now. Christina, here are the warm bottles. You take one and give Christopher the other. Crawl over and the 2 of you feed the babies." We had so much fun. See, I think she might have been a very good mother. Now, we all know there's a lot of talk these days about self-care and wellness and, you know, diet and exercise. And, of course, Joan, being a movie star, she had a lot to say about this. This suggestion is for women who are short on self-discipline. In brief, they're lazy. Regular exercise all alone can be boring. If you can't just schedule it for yourself, organize a little neighborhood club. Get all those pleasingly plump pals together regularly on a certain day of the week at a certain hour and compete. Competition is often just the stimulus you need. A woman will give up anything from a hot fudge sundae to a dry martini to beat out her fellow club members to a slim finish. She may lose a friend or two, but she'll gain loveliness and her husband's pride and admiration. And that's worth a couple of fat friends. Right there. Now, being an actress, I thought, well, I'd love to know what Joan had to say about her career. You know, because and I play certain characters, you know, they're either kind of dingy or maybe sometimes kind of, you know, stronger characters. And I found that she had something to say about that. I don't think stronger characters like me or Kate Hepburn or Roz Russell were ever intimidated simply because we were women. We all knew 101 ways to say, "Go fuck yourself!" But we were never vulgar. André, I adore you. This is your night. Thank you, and thank you, GMHC, for everything.
Our next performer is currently starring in the hit new Broadway musical, Some Like It Hot. Welcome, J. Harrison Ghee.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, the jungle VIP. I reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Ooby-dooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. I'll be there with you. What I desire is man's red fire to make my dreams come true. Now give me the secret man cub. Come on, clue me what to do. Give me the power of man's red flower. I wanna be human too. I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you. It's true. You'll see it's true. Someone like me can learn to be human too. Oh, I'm not through. You'll see it's true. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You think it's true. Someone like me can learn to be human too. Can learn to be human too.
Thank you, Jay. And just so folks know, Mr. De Shields sang that fabulous song when he played King Louis in The Jungle Book. And now, coming to the stage is the Drama Desk and Lucille Lortel award-winning performer from the recent Broadway revival of Company and the hit HBO series The Gilded Cage, Claybourne Elder.
That's tall enough. Thank you, Andre. I love you. Howard Ashman's life partner, Bill Lauch, was unable to join us this evening, but he sent this message for me to share. Some have wondered if Howard Ashman referenced his personal struggle with HIV/AIDS and the prevailing attitudes toward it in some of his songs. That was not his intent or in his nature. Like all artists, he used powers of observation, especially human behavior, to inform his writing, and for him, it was always for characters and situations that were imagined. There is, however, one notable exception. A single example of Howard writing a song to express his feelings in response to what was actually happening around him. In the early 1980s, years before any knowledge of his own HIV status, he wrote a song for his friends, his colleagues, and his community. He named the song Sheridan Square. With a corner to catch the subway and a corner to buy cigars, and a corner to wait for the times to come out, and a corner to lean on cars. It was something just left of the Mardi Gras when my friends and their friends were there. But why is it getting quiet tonight on Sheridan Square? I'm sure that it must mean something, but it's really too soon to tell when somebody's getting famous while nobody's getting well. And you can send my regrets to the party. I'd like to make it, but just don't dare. And why is it still so quiet tonight on Sheridan Square? Johnny and Steve and Martin, and a list that goes on too long. Dennis and Bill and Barry, you're the reason I wrote this song. Some of the boys have panicked, but none of the boys leave town. They say we're on the good ship Titanic. We're gonna sing till the ship goes down. And if it ended before it started, well, no one told us that life is fair. And why is it still so quiet tonight on Sheridan Square? Johnny and Steve and Martin, and a list that goes on too long. Dennis and Bill and Barry, you're the reason I wrote this song. Somebody make a note of it. You people who know the trends. The wild ones are turning lovers, and the lovers are turning friends. And if good rises out of everything, then the phoenix is rising there in the eyes that are scared but softer tonight on Sheridan Square. When you carry a load like we do, what's another few pounds to share? We can make it until the sun comes up, and it will, on Sheridan Square.
We had the pleasure of working with this talented auctioneer at our gala last September, and she's back with us tonight. Welcome, Ruth Maudlin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ruth Maudlin. I am thrilled to be back. Some of you know me as your auctioneer from this last fall's gala. I'm here tonight, and we're going to get started raising money for GMHC. Could we turn the lights up? I think it's Jean Ann. Would you mind if we kind of raise the house lights so that I can see everybody a little bit more clearly? So I am here, excited to be back, raising money for the incredibly important initiatives that GMHC provides and makes a reality in our community. And tonight, it really spoke to me. We were talking about the gospel and how important it is to everyone. And I'm just a girl from Alabama who's trying to make it in the big city of New York. And I actually am from Alabama. But you might be able to tell by my accent. And what I want to say is the gospel is that GMHC's programs are incredibly important. They are incredibly efficient, and they are incredibly impactful. So tonight, I'm going to tell you just how impactful all of these incredible initiatives are, and we're going to raise money together. This is just donations, so you're going to raise your hands very high. I want to acknowledge your donation. And then on the back of your program, you'll find a QR code. You can either use it, or you can find one of the staff members from GMHC tonight, and they will help you fill out your donation card and take it. So, this is our chance tonight to make all of the programming that GMHC does a reality. It is your contributions that make this happen. Let's get started. And actually, before we get started, what I want to say is tax season's coming up. These are all 100% tax deductible for 2023. Get on it. You need to be thinking like this, guys. It's February. So could we raise the house lights just a little bit more so I can see everyone? Or is it possible to maybe dim these a little bit? If not, I may just kind of jump on the floor for a second. I'm just wondering if it'll, as long as we don't have any feedback. Okay, so first thing I'm going to tell y'all is that you have the opportunity to provide a year's worth of weekly support groups for LGBTQ plus young people in need. So LGBTQ youth are at higher risk of HIV infection, and they are the least likely to be connected with medical care. GMHC is a place where all LGBTQ plus young people can feel safe and cared for, and we provide targeted support groups, sexual education, and HIV prevention services that lead to LGBTQ plus staff members. They're led by the staff members. So we can do this. Again, it is a year's worth of weekly support groups, and you can do that for just $500. We're starting at $500. Raise your hands. Get us going at $500. $500 to the front. Thank you very much. Huge round of applause. For the first donation of the evening, we have $500 on my right. We're at $500. Do we have anybody else topping up so that we're at $1,000 at this level? We're looking for another donation of $500. It's an entire year's worth of sessions. On my left, thank you very much. We're at $1,000 now. Do we have anyone else coming in at $500? 500 here. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Major round of applause. Thank you for your contribution. Do we have anyone else in the audience at $500? If not, our next level is going to provide support for clients living with HIV and AIDS who are immigrants. So in talking to the GMHC staff, it was so interesting to me to learn more about this process. I did not know a thing about it. I did come from Alabama, but we technically are still part of the United States. Somewhat. So anyway, barely. So anyway, our legal department consists of experienced attorneys, advocates, and volunteers. They provide free legal services to people living with HIV and AIDS. And the staff assists clients with matters like eviction prevention, employment discrimination, and immigration. So one of the biggest challenges that these immigrants face is that there is a stigma in their countries of origin. And if they return, they may not be able to have a safe life. They may be tortured, they may be imprisoned, they may be murdered. Seeking asylum is one of the very first steps that GMHC actually is able to take part in to help these people stay in our country. And the filing fee alone, just the filing fee, the very, very beginning fee, is $1,000. They're completely non-negotiable, and there are many, many fees on top of that. So thinking about how importantly lucrative it is for these people to be able to have access to these lawyers at GMHC, we're asking for donations of $250. At $250, raise your hands high. Who's going to start us at this level? At $250, who do I have coming in? We have one in the back. Thank you very much. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you very much. We've got 11. Let's make it an even 15, guys. We have 11 pledges at $250. Okay, the next level provides promotional materials for outreach about support for mental health services for adults with HIV and LGBTQ youth at high risk of HIV infection. So depression, anxiety, and other mental issues can be significant challenges for people who are living with HIV and AIDS. Let's also think about the fact that we've just had the COVID-19 pandemic and the Mpox outbreak. GMHC provides non-judgmental health services. They have a comprehensive strategy. It includes group and individual counseling services. And, which I love, I think is very important, the LGBTQ plus youth. It focuses on many of the issues that they face, such as homophobia, transphobia, violence, and lack of family support. We all know how incredibly lucrative this is. And for $100, you are able to help us get the word out about the incredible programs that GMHC offers. For $100, raise your hands and let's get started again. We've got 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at $800 in the room and going at 9. Thank you in the back. I appreciate it. 900. We're looking for an even 1,000 to rent us out. Thank you very much. $1,000. And our final level of the night, this is your opportunity to provide seven meals in 1 week for one client living with HIV and AIDS. So access to food is actually one of the most requested services from clients who are food insecure. So GMHC has the Meals and Nutrition Program. They have weekly grocery bag distribution. And they also are offering hot, fresh meals that are nutritious in their dining rooms this year, which is very exciting. And as we all know, food insecurity is food is a basic need for everyone, but food insecurity specifically for people who are living with HIV and AIDS is incredibly, incredibly detrimental because you need to have good nutrition in order to help digest your medications and have an overall health and well-being. So with this in mind, and the fact that no one should be dealing with food insecurity at this time, raise your hands at the $50 level. At $50, we've got 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Sorry, I'm going to get a few of y'all at the same time. We're at $800. Do we have anybody else at $850? Anybody coming up? Thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, guys, we're at $850 on our left. We're at $900. Thank you. We've got $900 and we've got $950. Guys, let's make it $1,000. $1,000 on my right. Thank you, sir. Huge round of applause to everyone. So thank you all for your incredible, incredible donations. And please remember that no amount is too small. You've got the QR code on your program. You can donate $15, you can donate $30. All of this is incredibly important for everything that GMHC does. So this has been an incredible paddle race. Please give yourselves a hand one more time. And I'd like to welcome back to the stage our music director, Kai Branzel, Elena Bonomo on drums, and Joe Wallace on bass. And now joining us on stage is a Laurel and Obie Award winner who was recently in the Pulitzer Prize and Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, A Strange Loop. Please welcome John Andrew Morrison.
Shahrazad had 1,000 tales. But mister, you're in luck, 'cause up your sleeves you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, your who and how. See, all you gotta do is rub that lamb. And I'll say, hiya, baby, are you in? Dance. When the band starts blowing, I feel alive. Feel like go and say, what's your jive? Hiya, baby, baby, are you in a trance? Say I'm a killer dilla with nothing on my mind. Well, I pride myself on service. You're the boss, the king, the shah. Say what you wish, it's yours. True dish, how about a little more baklava? Have some of column A, try all of column B. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. When they start to playing sweet songs, leaves me on the rocks. When they start to playing swing songs, beats me to the socks. Hiya, baby, how about a little dance? Oh, you feel like trucking? Well, I'm in the groove. You feel like pecking? Come on, let's move. You like swing music? Yes, yes. Hiya, babe. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, my. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, no, no. Wah, wah, wah. Ha, ha, ha. Can your friends do this? Hiya, baby. How about a little dance? Can your friends do this? Feel like trucking? I'm in the groove. And if you feel like pecking, baby, let's move. Say, you like swing music? You like to go abracadabra, let her rip, and then make the sucker disappear. Make the sucker disappear. Mr. André De Shields, have a wish or two or three. I'm on the job, you big nabob. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. Never had a friend, never had a friend. Never had a friend like me. No. Hey. Hiya, baby, how about a dance? Yeah. I love you, André De Shields. I adore you. You are my North Star. I adore you. I adore you. And I thank you for setting the trail for all of us black gay boys who try and do this thing every day on a stage. You don't know how much you mean to all of us. Or you do, but I love you and thank you.
Hello, good evening, and congratulations, André, on your fantastic achievement. This award, the Howard Ashman Award, given to you by GMHC, is a very, very big deal, and you certainly deserve it. You are one of a kind, you are one in a million, and you are the model for everyone that came before you, and we know who they are, but there's only one André De Shields. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to have known you from the time you were just 4 years old. I love you, and I send you all my good wishes and love. Have a great night.
We thank Bette Midler for sending her loving wishes to Mr. De Shields. Now, presenting the 2023 Howard Ashman Award to our honoree. He starred in the Pulitzer Prize, Tony, and Drama Desk Award-winning Hamilton the Musical. Please welcome the 2016 Howard Ashman honoree and GMHC board member, Javier Muñoz.
Hello. Maverick, pioneer, a living legend. For decades, André De Shields has been absolute greatness. The characters and performances he has blessed us with over many years have been larger than life, yet grounded in humanity and truth. And it was not André who had to rise to the occasion. It was everybody else in the room who had to rise up to André. When we listen to his performance as the Wizard and the Wiz, and if you were fortunate enough to see that, you're a lucky, lucky person. What we all witness is an artist who has always been ahead of his time, even to this very moment, pushing boundaries, asking us to see what is possible, and doing all of it with beauty, elegance, and sophistication. If there's any living, breathing human being on this planet who actually looks like he's walking on air at all times, it is you. From The Wiz to the Full Monty, from Ain't Misbehavin' to his Tony and Grammy-winning performance as Hermes in Hadestown, and most recently, haunting us with his performance in Death of a Salesman. André De Shields already has a legacy that he has manifested. It's filled with an almost endless list of awards and proclamations, but he's not done. Because most recently, André shared with us a very personal and private part of his life and his journey. Coming to the decision to live openly with one's HIV status is not easy, it is not simple, and it is not small. Such a decision to share that openly is permanent. There's no going back. And that's exactly what André did. So to add to this already unbelievable, incomparable, inspiring legacy, André is a staunch activist, leading by example, showing us what can be accomplished through courage and love, with integrity and grace. And personally, I have learned from your example that not everything needs to be lit on fire. There is great strength in just standing in your power. Now, I was a young artist. When I was a young artist, back at the beginning of my career, I saw the Full Monty, and that was my very first time seeing André perform live on stage. And there have never been an overwhelming amount of artists of color to look up to on my journey. So when I saw his performance in that show, his excellence, his presence, his genius, his charm, I latched onto him for inspiration and motivation, being a young artist of color myself, and just starting out in this industry. Now, I recall the one and only time I got to work with André, and it was the very first workshop for Hadestown. And André, there's no reason for you to remember this. It was a million years ago, and I was nothing but a baby bass singing in the back row. But one day during rehearsal, we're learning music, and I had just finished singing the little segment I had to sing in that rehearsal. And André, one row in front of me and just one seat over, just turns ever so slightly and gives me the tiniest smile. We spent a week in that workshop. That's the only memory I have from that. And they say you shouldn't meet your heroes, and I strongly disagree in this case. Because I held on to that tiny smile, that affirmation from you, of all people. And in those moments where, as artists, we have self-doubt and our own self-critic wins the day, that tiny moment has carried me through so much. You change lives with your example, and you've changed mine. You've been a shining light for decades, for all of us in this room and beyond. You've opened doors for us. You've created opportunities for us. You have motivated us and inspired us. You are absolute magic. It is with a full heart and great respect that I get to present to you the Howard Ashman Award.
Thank you so much. There's more to come. There's only one thing that can equal my being bestowed with the Howard Ashman Award, and that is having it presented to me by Javier Muñoz. Where'd you go, brother? I wanted to hug you. Come here, come here, come here. Now, I think that was 2012, wasn't it, when we did that 1 week? Yes. So let's go back there for a moment. You're sitting behind me. I'm one seat over. Thank you, my love. Thank you very much. I'm an old black man, I have to. Take my time. My heart is so full tonight with so many things, so many thoughts, so many reasons, so many opportunities. Artistry and activism go together like Honeycrisp apples and cheddar cheese. With apologies to the vegans in the house. I don't know how I could have lasted as long as I have if I did not understand that if I didn't at least attempt to make a difference in the world, then how could I ever apply my art? You know, this is February. You know the routine. It's the shortest and coldest month in the year. Therefore, it's Black History Month. I bring that up because there are a couple of things on my heart. First of all, the 1st of February, 2 things took place that resonates for all of us. It was the funeral of Tyre Nichols, the 1st of February. I mention that because there's been so much made about Tyre being a black man and the 5 policemen who beat him to death being black men. If there's anybody here who doesn't understand it, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm not going to go on very long. But in these United Plantations of America, yeah, I said it, United Plantations of America, it has always been the habit of our master to make one of us the overseer to the others. So now what we do is put a blue uniform on them. it is a racist situation. Some of us are dealing with so much self-loathing that we are more racist about who we are than the Proud Boys, for instance. So just chew on that for a while. We talk about black on black crime. That's because we can't actually reach the people we would like to kill. So we kill the person closest to us. And since we live in disproportionately segregated communities, when I get angry, I'm gonna kill a black person. Enough of that. On the same day, February 1st, Governor Ron DeSantis won a point. The college boards agreed with him that the advanced program for young people who are wanting to go to college need not include African American history. So now it is African American studies, which automatically eliminates critical race theory, critical queer theory, critical fill in the blank. He doesn't want his children to feel bad about being white. So they're going to come out on Times Square and learn what he is refusing to let them learn in school. I meet them all the time. And they say, Mr. De Shields, I loved you in Hadestown. And the next thing is they drop their life story on me. But we're open to that. That's enough about February 1st. Now, later in the month is President's Day, because Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, one wrote the Emancipation Proclamation, and the other man led the Revolutionary War. There's another historical figure, great man, probably the greatest orator in American history that we should know, has a date in February, and that's Frederick Douglass. That's my activism for the night. I would like to bring, if I may, I'd like to bring Sean Mays to the stage, who is my pianist. Hit me. Now, I've done many interviews. And more often than not, I get asked this question. When did you decide to become an actor? And I always tell my truth. And I said, I never decided to become an actor. I decided to become an icon. And growing up in Baltimore in the 50s, the only way to get to be an icon was to be an entertainer, right? And now that I have been referred to as a Broadway deity, which is one level beyond icon, I want to give props to you, because you are the people whose eyes lit up when you saw me coming. And that's what keeps me going. I want you to know that tonight is important to me for many reasons, not only because of the work that Gay Men's Health Crisis has been doing since 1982, but also because I knew that the community in this room would be an honest representation of a multicultural democracy. Something that the United Plantations of America keeps missing. I look at my table alone, and there's some gingembre, there's some cafe au lait, there's some nutmeg, there's some elderberry wine. Y'all know the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. At the same time, I look out here and there's that lovely translucent alabaster. You know, falling in love is all about the politics of taboo, right? They say you can't have that. Well, guess what? I want it. And there's cinnamon. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Also, in these interviews, people say, Andre, how do you do it? How is it that you can be double sevens and beautiful? But that's part of my mission. There are 3 facets to my mission. Number 1, Black men have lost their understanding of majesty, of elegance. So I want all of my black men in this audience to do as I do. And that is go in search of the throne that that you know you are heir to. That's what keeps me going on a daily basis. So black man elegance, yeah. My other mission, or the second part of my mission, is to fill intimate spaces with enormous beauty. This is an intimate space. It is filled with enormous beauty. But the intimate space that I'm thinking of is your heart. When I show up, people smile. They hug me, right? And they get in there. I'm not a virgin. I love women and men. And the third part is this. And if any of you want to use it, I don't own it, please use it. Every morning that I get up on this side of the dirt, I go to my mirror and I say to the person looking back at me, I will never forsake you. I will always cherish you. I will do with you what the spring does to the cherry tree. If you believe within your heart, you know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel. I know you're right because the time will come around when you say it's young. Believe there's a reason to be. Believe you can make time stand still. And I know from the moment you try, if you believe, I know you will. Believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic inside your heart. Believe all these things, not because I told you to, but believe in yourself that no one can change, the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when you say it's yours. Believe that you can go home. Believe you can float on air. Then click your heels 3 times if you believe, and then you'll be there. Believe in yourself right from the start, and you will have brains, and you'll have a heart, and you will have courage to last your whole life through. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in yourself, just believe in yourself, and I believe in.
Let's invite all of our guest performers and guest speakers onto the stage to take a bow with Mr. De Shields. And our musicians as well. Let's get everybody up on stage. Our guest performers, our speakers, to take a bow with André De Shields, our 2023 Howard Ashman honoree. Now, if we could have all of our guest speakers and performers look this way, where all the cameras are flashing.
That way.
Right over here. Oh, even better.
And turn out that way.
That's right. Can you turn up the lights, please, a little bit? Thank you. ready to take this fantastic group photo with the legendary André De Shields, with all these fantastic performers, guest speakers, composers, musicians. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. All right, here we go. There you go. He caught us. Excellent. Thank you for such an incredible evening. Thank you for helping us celebrate André De Shields and for supporting GMHC. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give some love to Krishna Stone. She was on the goddess mic.